Man, I'm actually cooking something for myself right here, right now. So I'm showing you myself as I'm cooking something. But as I was saying, I, I, let me show you how I roll this. Uh, I was like, you know, I, I'm actually enlightening what I'm doing a certain type of way. So another person doesn't need to know how real my situation is. But as I was saying, as I prepare a wonderful meal for myself a certain type of way, right? And I wanted to teach you something about logic and sensibility when it comes to one's acknowledgement of one's consciousness of one's thought. You see, I'm the paradigm of time himself. And my wife could verify this for you, and I'm literally the paradigm of time without my wife on a higher level of even all space. And of myself, literally. And I'm not gonna say something a certain type of way because another person's gonna check their light and they're gonna realize that they're really within me. Even when you check a acknowledgement of yourself, when you ask for the point of your acknowledgement of your humane condition, like you ask a question, you're gonna find out that I'm the literal point of your acknowledgement, and your empress is gonna show you how I'm the literal point even of your consciousness, and then you'll see how real life is. Anybody that views it. But if me being the head of Empress and her consciousness that even made her, and not only the head, the humane condition that was already complete way before her, and then made her for a point of reflection of the reason of my habitation and for love, of refinement, and for other points of of rejuvenation, of revivement and regardment and enrichment and in wealth and enriching in all existence in life. And the reason why I made the feminine, the feminine, and the feminine gender even in a physical reality. And for points of acknowledgement of one's literal, the point of acknowledgement of one's literal habitation of the physical reality, for one could realize how serious even life is when it comes to natural and not a natural acknowledgement for the sacredcy of individuals, even of the physical reality, right? Now, if I made all these type of things, all the feminine gender of the astrological empresses that's extreme pretty, and then I think, why would a man humble his reality in the way I look? Because I'm the one that made reality. So through time, I can humble myself because I know what it is to even have a acknowledgement of love of oneself, and doesn't have to really be too concerned about doing too much in life. Another person, other people try to, they might try to, manipulate the physical reality to certain points of acknowledgement of what goes on in the humane condition. But it's different for myself because at a time I already have for myself, but it's different for myself at a time because the things I already do. So in me being the head of the empress, and I give her a paradigm, which is also a part of the of her science, a certain type of way, is an atmosphere. And then nobody can change it, no matter even if you lose elements or whatever the situation. But even magic, in a point even of her atmosphere, and even mythology don't matter. Even a point of her atmosphere, and I'm the head of the paradigm, and I'm the paradigm already. And because of what I have, I gave her a part of it, so she could be able to live the high acknowledgement of the physical reality of even learning education and knowing things to regard her human condition ahead of time. So she knows things like a psychic, like she's gonna know certain things ahead of time before it even happens. Is not gonna tell nobody, and she'll keep it to herself, or she'll look at certain things because the way she wants her acknowledgement, her love to be when it comes to the children's education is a certain type of way. So she guides them a certain type of way because she knows the martial arts I showed her, to her humane condition to keep herself in order, because I did golden body, iron body, and other forms of higher level that only I complete of myself, and only I really achieved, and certain things I showed her a certain type of way at a time, but she could achieve. Even one time I was watching something on skeletons and like something on death, and I was watching this Asian channel, so I advanced the form of death, even a titanium gold, a titanium gold diamond, and all, at the time I did this for even the skeleton of the human condition, and this is how you came out with X-Men Wolverine, and this is how you came out with the other X-Men, the one with the a titanium body that goes through walls and all type of stuff. And he was like, yo, how did this happen? Because I did this ahead of time for individuals' acknowledgement, so they would be okay a certain type of way if people were trying to murder them, because certain things I witnessed when I was recovering in a paradigm concerning death, so he would be able to continue moving forward in the physical reality a certain type of way in the human condition. And then I said, you know something? And it showed you in the literal physics in the human condition, even a point of existence, of reflection of a certain type of astrological tree, a point of enlightenment, even when it came to element and the humane condition, to show you that somebody arranged something that was on a higher level that I did naturally. And I can show you literally what I did exactly that, you see? And me advancing the situation, I advanced him, but I did other things also too. But I advanced him a certain type of way, and then as I was flipping through the channels, watching it in a time sequence, because I told you some people refine, I'm the real Raleigh, real Osiris. Some people refine their anatomy in the sequences of time while I'm still working in the paradigm of time. So as I advanced him, it showed you even a point of reality, even the continuance of the astrological tree of me and his mother, the real astrological empress, as a certain type of way, even a person, anyway, even a certain type of way, and then it showed you Wolverine manifested because he was a certain point of an astrological tree that was connected a certain type of way further down in distance, that could be disconnected or connected at any time, further down in distance, and then you've seen his physical reality. And then you've seen the other one, the other one, he was like titanium in his arms, his whole face, his body turns into titanium, and he just runs through walls, and then he just fights in him also. So showing you I did it so much in advanced ways that you had two reflections of the physical existence a certain type of way. Then you had Magneto, that was already there ahead of time, because he was waiting for the fulfillment of the certain anatomy of a reflection a certain type of way. Because if Magneto, Wolverine, and the other one got together, they would be very powerful in the physical reality. And this is why Xavier had to do something else, because Xavier was the conscience of the magnet of that attracts individuals, even of the reflection. And then you had Cyclops was the point of the eye that intensifies the physical reality of one's fierceness and the light and of one's real radiation of the physical reality. Then you had the storm of the elements, the certain lower forms of certain sequences of the elements that form. She tried to learn control of certain things, and this is all because a part of my physical and humane condition of my wife. Then you had Rogue. Rogue was like the palm, because an individual says Rogue could put you out, because if you're not meant to have the situation at the time, she touches you and she just puts you out. She just naturally just puts you out, because the fierceness of the element and the martial arts they're already doing in the physical reality. And then you had Jean Grey, a point to show you where the existence came from was so powerful, it was beyond, because she was connected to the astrological empress, and she manifested because she kept her situation in control a certain type of way. And then you had Nightcrawler, showing you individuals with the way the element grip, and the way individuals could even handle an individual at a time. Another person, when they had realized certain things, I'm in it, and as I'm speaking, Another person wouldn't have even realized certain things even when it came to the X-Men because they were just a part of a time sequence of my reflection even at the time for their manifestation. So this is why, and the reason when I came back in time, this is why their existence is it can even be able to be in existence because it was the preparation even as things I already set for the future at a certain time. Now, you had others, you had Sabretooth, the reason why I set the situation in motion for individuals would be able to stop Sabretooth a certain type of way because the reality he was doing and him his sacredcy a certain type of way and his strength because the reason why they had to have a natural defense, why I made Sabretooth, right? And then because it was also because of something concerning death in the physical reality and through the accumulation of certain things through time. And the individual was mad, and then individuals were trying to figure out which individuals they were targeting. And then you had literally what's her name with the blue let me show you. Let me tell you what's her name? The blue chick from X-Men that was like the lizard chick. But she's the reflection of the element because when the element reflects as Wolverine, the other one, a Magneto, and them goes forward, and as they reflect, the element and the other one that's he's with his whole body's like a metal, the type, like the metal, and as he reflects in the physical reality, she takes form of certain things in the reflection, but she didn't even realize the connection to them being a point of the astrological tree and why they had to be together a certain type of way. And then she's called what is her name again? What's her name? I don't remember her name, she's a dangerous chick also because she could play around and try to manipulate certain things and cause the death of herself and other individuals in the physical reality. So, they were supposed to all be a part of X-Men. But because the fact is, individuals, Xavier and Magneto, because they didn't agree a certain type of way, because they didn't realize who they were a certain type of way with each other, they parted ways because they wanted to be different from each other because they actually had more, and then they were the link to the reason of the main empress to her might and her strength in the paradigm of time of the reason of the real force and stuff. And then Magneto was the more dangerous one because the people he was getting with was people that was already naturally against him because the way his consciousness was to go against himself because he was dealing with the elements. He attract elements, and then you have elements that was rust. Then you have elements that was already decaying, and then you had his team for the reason of certain other things in the physical reality. So it was a more dangerous situation for Magneto even at the time. Cyclops was mad, and the reason why Cyclops' eyes went crazy a certain type of way every time he took off his goggles is because something that happened with me in Florida where they tried to steal, people tried to manipulate me to steal power from the sun to be able to have that they were already cheating the human condition. They didn't refine the human condition like they were supposed to, and they followed me from New York, from all the way to Florida to South Beach, and they tried to steal power from the sun, and then I was ended up sleeping on the beach because so much things happened. I lost my luggage. Somebody stole my luggage that time. All type of things happened to me, and it manifested. I even lost a shirt of myself, of a Buddha shirt, of a literal, not the Buddha with the big long ears. My original Buddha shirt with me, with with the point of myself, with a peak of enlightenment of myself on the top of the crown, and then sitting there, the golden child. Me when I was the golden child, known as the Buddha, when I was real humble, the way I went about certain things. And then you notice that even Professor Xavier got with the other one that was an all-white energy, so individuals couldn't even break through the wall just to even get to me a certain type of way because the energy was shut down because the energy identifies in me being the purity that refined the reason of the existence of the higher magic mythology and the human condition of the force and energy of life. So because I'm in the real existence, Raphael and JR. So then you had Then you had what's her name again? I gotta tell you her name because it is serious to to know something because a person has to really acknowledge and know the reason of the humane condition. Mystique, Mystique, it was the one that reflected like even the elements that she didn't even realize the reason why her point of existence. Every time she tried to go off, she couldn't be nothing because she was already fooling people, and then she would end up hurting herself. So Magneto had to watch her carefully because she couldn't she couldn't turn into the wrong thing of the humane condition that would cause the death of individuals, even herself. So she had to watch out how she was moving. Magneto was a dangerous nigga. The way Magneto consciousness was, like, he was doing the real dangerous things in life. Like, it wasn't even playing. Like, Xavier couldn't even take the chances that Magneto was doing. It was so real. Every time Xavier looked at certain things a certain type of way, he had to be careful the things that his conscience united with a certain type of way because Magneto wouldn't be able to do certain things to me, but I mean Professor Xavier, but I mean Professor Xavier, the way his conscience was, he was also doing dangerous things because the same thing with Magneto attracting the elements, the same thing with Professor Xavier, a certain type of way. This is why Professor Xavier had to really find and to know the difference of the physical reality when it was coming to the human condition. Then you had other X-Men in time, then the natural elements that they reflect on in time of their human condition of different type of force because of storm and other type of situations. This is just dealing with the astrological emperors. This is why they set up their own school, and it all happened because of what I did while watching my family on the Asian channel refining the human condition of the reason of X-Men. Now, then on top of it, then you had the Fantastic Four, the things I already did a long time, even further, a long time ago, that individuals that was gonna manipulate and go after the 12 astrological jewel empresses, they were going after certain characters of the Marvel characters that and the reason of the DC characters. The reason that DC started before, Marvel was really before DC, but the reason of the DC a certain type of way. But I just told you the astrological tree of the X-Men and the reason why the X-Men is because it really means. So if another person keeps it believing or not, they have to learn the light of the enlightenment of the Empress, and then they're gonna find out. And then look, to show you how real it is, watch I'm the real Rock, the real Osiris. Look at the movie X-Men with Apocalypto, when he came into the manifestation. Who you think he was looking for? It's just like with the Chronicles of Riddick, when the Oververse was looking for me. Apocalypto was looking for me because I was the reason that his awakening in existence, and then he's looking at people that cheated his ancient acknowledgement and cheated the human condition that didn't refine with me in the physical reality that was trying to go against me. Now that's the reason why Apocalypto wanted to destroy everybody in the physical reality. And I'm telling you because of me, Ralph and GR. If you don't believe me, you don't have to believe me, my nigga. I'm telling you, listen, I'm telling you the reality. Listen, bruh, bruh, bruh. There's no, listen, I never lied about funny type, listen, I never lied about funny situations. Bro, I never lied about funny situations. Serious situation. You find out the metaphysics of the science, guarantee it links back. And then an individual's gonna wonder like, eh, I can't even, man. You just gotta find out for yourself. The government has to find out for themselves. That's how serious my situation. Now, and then you have the Guardians of the Galaxy, all because of me also. You have the Green Lantern, all because of me. You have Dragon Ball Z, all because of me. Listen, you have Naruto, all because of me. Naruto was ranked as bleeding shield, and the 10 astrological jewel empresses funds at certain points of enlightenment because they were trying to kill the astrological tree. In Japan, certain individuals had to learn their importance, and then dealing with the other calendars, Mushu, and other era calendars of Mushu of the era calendar, and other calendars trying to manipulate the human condition to their astrological tree because X-Men is different. They don't have the same astrological traits as era. era astrological tree is different from X-Men. So another person, like era astrological tree, is trying to fall out of the human condition because they fucked up so much in the paradigm. I told you they didn't make it during the Galactic War because of what they did and stuff, So, I'm just being real. And it's just like, let me just tell you how real this is. You have individuals in the hallway that I'm hearing. I'm hearing these voices, but it's people that's doing magic, mythology, because they want power and magic and their greed of the human condition. Like I hear them say at a time, I'm loved. I'm loved. My wife is always going to love me. That's final. That's how it's always going to be in existence in either way, in any form and shape, in any way of the physical reality, realm, spiritual, methodology, light, force, energy, all the social economics of the human condition, even martial arts. She's always going to love me. And that's how it's going to always be in the physical reality. Always going to be going to make love. But I'm just going to be real. You have somebody in the hallway that's using her magic, trying to use it against me to the point of conflict because another person wants to be different because they want to seem like they don't need me because of the wrong that they're doing. These type of people, and then I hear them, they say, oh, I hate him, stop, and all type of stuff. I hear it sometimes. But those people that's doing that are the reason, listen, if the Mings fell in the paradigm of time, or anybody from any astrological tree fell from the paradigm of time, the highest, beyond the highest quantum, mega, super, astrological, celestial, and celestial, remember I said celestial, and celestial, inner points of enlightenment, all jewels, stones, and elements, all planets or moons or suns or earth, or lightning, electricity, thunder, sense of vibration, chemistry, and all refinement of all nature and of the humane condition of all physical reality, even of all the natural elements of nature, and even nurturement. And if somebody, or pre-prompt trend, if somebody in that calendar is coming at me at a certain time, remember, I'm the paradigm of all their points, of all existence, of all their social, economic, human condition. If somebody comes at me in the paradigm of time, then I'm the paradigm of all paradigms, of all the existence, of all the reasons of the social, economic education, and they say they hate me, who caused their fall in the paradigm of time? That type of mentality and consciousness that made me feel like I had to lash out against it because another person's hiding, be like a rat, like a fucking stink of bacteria, virus, infection, disease, sickness, illness somewhere, trying to bring down individuals' mentality, causing the downfall of the human condition, and that's because of a jealousy. So that person is most likely like a bacterial infection of some type of mutation, even at a time, or somebody doing magic that wasn't supposed to do, and cause some type of energy. It's like probably somebody else did some sexual magic to somebody that they wasn't supposed to do a certain type of way, and cause a certain type of sexual energy on another and somebody astrological tree that has some type of bacterial infection that's coming out and trying to find out. Because if the person was being conniving, remember your emotions are set when you're having sex. So if the person was being conniving and deceitful, like they were cheating and causing a divorce or whatever, this is what the type of situations is outside the door that's going to collapse even their astrological tree, the reason of their existence, and trying to do it to other people. And the jealousy, and then on top of it, don't let it try to find, it's like a succubus. Don't let it try to find another person outside. It's like a little succubus, literally. Don't let it try to find another maintainer source of another human condition that tries to keep it in existence because it's just ruining people's lives because of what it already happened to whatever his condition is, or it's some doombox situation that through time somebody, you probably the Haitians or somebody, or knew the Haitians or something have some type of energy force that's already attacking them. And as I come here, it's already trying to get at the main source of the energy, and then on top of it, it's following a pattern of its own destruction because it is hateful intent. And then on top of it, it's trying to gain the strength. Listen, be very careful. That shit's never gonna gain strength. It's gonna die out and die, and the type of death it's gonna have is gonna be vitally gloriful for upright people, but it's gonna be detrimentally vicious and a vindictive intent for that person. That's other people's gonna manifest on the human condition till they're going outside of the whole physical reality, because that's how I'm starting to feel about the situation. So it's gonna manifest in a natural atmosphere, even in the forming of the atmosphere, guaranteed. So I'm just gonna tell you it's gonna happen a certain type of way, and anything it has, or the continuance of anything it tries to have, to even latches on through the paradigm of time. So I'm just telling you how real the situation is. So I don't want to give a fuck because it's gonna happen. I don't care what a person says. Either way, it's gonna happen, and that's the reality. So I'm just being real with you. So another person wondering about their humane condition in their science, and they're causing the fall of their own astrology. How are you gonna tell that man, the head of the paradigm and consciousness of all astrology, all empresses, the reasons of the humane condition existence of the continuance of me and my wife's love in the physical reality to go against me? That means I'm the paradigm. So that means you're going against other people in time and causing their downfall even in ancient times. That's causing the upset of the reality because I'm the point of all existence. And listen, another person doesn't know what they're doing, man. Be very careful of. I'm telling you this live on YouTube because I'm teaching you real physics, real humane condition and science to the higher consciousness of metaphysics, mythology, of your humane existence of your social economics of one's self, depending on one point of existence. That's all I'm gonna say. But have a wonderful day. And if the Empress is wondering why we had a divorce, you get rid of your stink voice. You find your stink stupid shit that ruins your life, that causes you to have some type of canceristic mind frame, like somebody that popped oxycontin, some fucking cocaine, or some fucking nicotine that was, because your heart is like a harmony. It's like whoever was polluting your happiness, that was causing your downfall to your humane condition, that didn't know how to regulate your situation, then I don't know what to tell you. You need to go figure it out for yourself because, I'm not going to take it upon my hand because you have law enforcement that's supposed to be educated to make sure these type of situations are supposed to be here in the physical reality. This is why you have movies of my astrological tree also, Constantine. I am the literal conqueror you read about in Latin, and I'm also the educator of Alexander, and also educator of other high forms, even of martial art temples, and the reason of your education, that why you have even science, to know your humane condition. Have a wonderful life. Love one. Ralph and JR. In the paradigm, the real Ra, the real Osiris.